فيه يوم القيامة فردا. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سيجعل لهم الرحمن ودا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن كل من في السماوات والأرض آتي الرحمن عبدا. لقد أحصاهم وعدهم عدا وكلهم آتيه يوم القيامة فردا. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سيجعل لهم الرحمن ودا. فإنما يسرناه بلسانك لتبشر به المتقين وتنذر به قوما لدا. وكم أهلكنا قبلهم من قرن هل تحس منهم من أحد. هل تحس منهم من أحد أو تسمع لهم ركزا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى. وكم أهلكنا قبلهم من قرن تحس منهم من أحد أو تسمع لهم ركزا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة. إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى. تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى. الرحمن على العرش استوى. تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى. الرحمن الرحمن على العرش استوى. الرحمن على العرش استوى. له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وما بينهما وما تحت الثرى. وإن تجهر بالقول فإنه يعلم. وإن تجهر بالقول فإنه يعلم. فإنه يعلم السر وأخفى. الله لا إله إلا هو. لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى. صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you. Is it on? Is it on? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة السلام سبحان الله إنك إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أرسله بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطيع الله ورسوله فقد رشد واهتدى ومن يعصهما فإنه قد غوى وإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا إن الخير حديث كتاب الله وخير الحديث حديث محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن خير الأمور عوازمها وشر الأمور محدثاتها كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به الأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا قال الله تعالى في سورة آل عمران يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون قال الله تعالى عز وجل في سورة الأحزاب يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطيع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما صدق الله العظيم. Brothers and sisters in Islam, today I'm going to talk about 3 short surah from the Quran. This is because when I was a student in 1960s, I found all over my friends, Muslim friends, didn't have enough time to study the Quran because they were so busy studying for their degree. And it was not expected that they will go through the whole Quran and tafsir and everything like that. Is it difficult? However, I found something accidentally. And this is because I was at the FedEx office in Richmond, Virginia. And I was waiting in the line to mail a package. And there was a bookcase, and the bookcase has some books on it. And the one book that caught my attention was saying magic. So I just wanted to kill my time. I pick up that book. I didn't realize what this book was about it, but I just look at the contents because this is my habit. I look at contents first. And then I maybe glance over the introduction. Amazing thing happened. Then the introduction, the lady who wrote this book, the full name of the book was Magic of Gratitude. And I look at the introduction, and it was kind of shocking to me that I found out that she's saying there is a verse in the Quran that talks about the magic of being gratitude to our Creator. She didn't give any reference though. But that's easy. I went on the internet and I found out Surah Ibrahim, ayah number 7. وَإِذْتَعَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ. The decree of your Lord is already passed. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you show your thankfulness and gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's going to give you more. She wrote the whole book in this one verse. And He was showing that how can we have the harmony, happiness, satisfaction in our life, no matter whether there are sadness, accidents, sickness, anything that you can overcome. Because showing the gratitude for what you have is more important than crying and complaining about what you don't have. So then I looked at it further, got interested in it. By the way, I bought the book because I wanted to see what else is in there. And then she was showing to something like that there is a negativity that the people always focus. And they forget about the good things that they have in life. For example, she quoted that if a person loses a job, that's the big disaster for him, how he's going to pay the bill, how he's going to manage his finances, and he has a high stress. So he's looking at the negative thing. What he forget about the positive time that when he was busy, working late at nights and over weekend and holidays, he had no time to attend to his wife and children. With the losing of the job, he's sitting at home because there's no work anymore. Then he started to realize that these are my children, that I need to communicate to them, and this is my wife. I never know what she does after I go to work and come home very late. That she gets up, takes care of the house, cleaning, children, laundry, cooking, all the things that he saw that, my God, she's working all of the time, and I was not even aware of it. So there is a gratitude to say that now you have the opportunity to do what you were not able to do before. A man is going on the highway and speeding, and the policeman gives him a ticket, and the man complains. He was sitting over there, trapped me. Everybody else is going very fast. Why me? He trapped me and complained about that. But he forgets the policeman has a job to do in order to safety and the security of the people on the highway. He is doing his job. He should appreciate that he saved you from having a disaster and accident later on. So thank Allah that He saved you by this little ticket that you got, instead of complaining about the negativity that surrounded us. We also know that when we go to shopping, we want to find a parking place that is very close to the entrance. And if we don't get it, we start complaining, oh, this is too far. We go into checkout line and we look at the smallest, shortest line. And if it's a big one, we start complaining. Now we have to have a complain. Negativity is there. What it's doing is spoiling our system because our human body gets stressed. Then you have a high blood pressure, you take the medication, and you may have 5, 7 more side effects. So messing it up our life. So what I have done then, taking this ayah, which is a very small ayah in the Quran, وَإِسْتَأْذَنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. Then there is another part of it, وَلَئِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. That if you reject all of the blessing of Allah Azza wa Jal, then He is not bound to give you more because you show no gratitude. As a matter of fact, Allah does not want to punish anyone. In Surah Nisa, ayah number 147, we find, مَا يَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ بِعَذَابِكُمْ. What will Allah do for punishing you? What is He going to gain? He doesn't need us to punish somebody to feel good or better. There's nothing like that. مَا يَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ بِعَذَابِكُمْ. What should Allah will gain? What Allah will do by punishing people? In shakartum wa amantum wa kana Allahu shakiran alima. If you only show your gratitude and you have belief in Allah. The two basic thing in here. Do you know that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, on the day of judgment, the smallest number or group of people will be those who are sabirin wa shakirin. Why there is the smallest group of the people? Because in the world, there's a very few people who have the sabr, and then they have the shukr, what Allah has given it them. Anything happened in their life, they said, this is because of the Allah, and I have to go along whatever happened to me, rather than complaining about it, because there's no way anybody can go back and undo what has happened. If you have an accident, you have an accident. If you have an accident, what are you going to say? Lots of people are not going to say anything. They're just going to be complaining about it. But what you say is, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Now we know that when we have a big loss, the loss of life. When we have the loss of life, then we say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, because this person came from Allah and is going to return to it. But look at the whole ayah, not just a portion of it. And then you will find out, وَإِنَّا أَصَابَتُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. Whenever there is a calamity falls upon them, they say, we are from Allah and it's going to go back. So much so, if in my kitchen I heard a loud voice, a glass dropped and shattered, what do I say? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I'm not going to blame on the person who dropped the glass on the floor. There's no reason, because it's done, it's gone. So we have this one thing to remember when you live today, and this is, make it your life all the time. Not when you have a good time, not when you have a musibah. No, every time you have something, you have a reason. If something is a loss happened, you have all of the things. Somebody got hurt, broke the leg. He should thank that my other leg is okay. My heart is working. My lungs are working. My kidneys are fine. Everything is fine. I have many reasons to do the shukr rather than complain about the broken leg. Maybe there's a purpose why I broke the leg. I am the responsible person who did something that caused that thing. And there may be some good in there. So, always لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. Show your gratitude and thankful, and Allah will give you more. Try that out. Because this, the word of Allah, will pass. It's correct. You have to show your sabr, and you show the shukr as well. The second verse is also very small one, and you can remember. In akramakum innallahi atqakum. Inna Allah alimun khabir. This is a part of the big verse, but I'm only quoting a part of it. It's saying, in akramakum innallahi atqakum. So, who is the most noble person among us? The one who has the taqwa. We cannot measure, Allah does not measure a person with our belonging, our wealth, and our other title in the community. He is only going to measure it, and like said in one of the ahadith, Allah doesn't look at the ajsamukum. They don't look at the outer body, outer look of the people, but they look inside and scan my heart to see what my intention is, what I'm doing. So this is very important to remember that. Now, in order to have the taqwa, now this little ayah is going to connect with the other thing and it's going to attract other things. So if you want to be a noble person in the community, in the eyes of Allah, then you have to have a taqwa. So you look at that. When you open the Quran, the very first verse in the second surah Al-Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Outright there is, this is the book that gives the taqwa to the people. But then where is the taqwa? How is it defined? So I define the taqwa to give the example of the young people. Consider a basketball court. Basketball court has some boundaries, they have rules, and they have a referee. If you operate within that boundaries and play against the rule, you're okay. Taqwa is the same thing, that you are within the hudud Allah. You are confined with the do's and don'ts, and you operate into that, and everything outside is not part of the taqwa, because the rules, regulation, and inside, whatever we do among ourselves and with our Creator is going to bring us closer to the taqwa. Then there are very easy things. You go to Surah Al-Mu'minun and you find out Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us 8 characteristics of a mu'min. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. The falah, the success is for only the one who is the mu'min. And we look at it and we say, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِصَّلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. The first condition is to establish the salah. Without the salah, there is nothing else that happens 5 times a day that we interrupt our life, and we know that who we are, where we come, and where we're going to go. Then we have الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. Those are the people who stay away from the love thing. What are the love thing? Backbiting, gossip, rumors, chit-chat, picking on others, laughing because somebody did that, and all that kind of thing. Then zakat is mentioned before, and in Surah Al-Mu'mineen is mentioned again, but it says, الَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. Not only you give the zakat, but now the order is to establish an institution of the zakat so the people know where to go get the money, because they are poor and needy. Then we have الَّذِينَ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ, that they protect their private part. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it reminds me many places in the Quran how the exception comes. The exception is, إِنَّ عَلَىٰ أَزْوَاجِهِمْ. There is no harm with your wife. So, and you're not passing the limit that Allah said. Then the next one comes in the same verse, الَّذِينَ لِأَمَانَتِهِمْ وَعَهْدِهِمْ رَاعُونَ. This is amana, the trustworthiness. One of the qualities of the Prophet ﷺ, even before the nubuwwah, that he has the truthful and he is trustworthy. وَعَهْدِهِمْ رَاعُونَ. Then we make a promise, you have to fulfill that. And then this whole argument closes up with one verse again. It's saying, الَّذِينَ عَلَى صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. Not only you pray the salah, you have the khashi'un, meaning khushu and khuzu, your mind and your body, everything is in the salah. It's not that you're doing an exercise it up and down, but you are really talking to your Creator when you stand in the salah. So you have to guard it. And why is it guarding? Because one of the salat that comes in the middle of the day is Salat al-Asr. Many people are very busy, or they are going back home or something, and it is likely that we can miss that. So we have to be very careful to make sure that this salah is not missed. You have it on, we have to do that. But all of these things that Allah said that have your 8 qualities, what are they going to get? These are the people, ulaika humul warisun. They are the one who inherit. And the next verse says, alladhina yarithuna al-firdaus hum fiha khalidun. There is nothing else reward for them except the Jannatul Firdaus in which they live forever. So now, you take one ayah, it's going to connect and attract the other things, qualities. But you got to start somewhere. So you start small and you build up more taqwa, gradually as you practice and you more have knowledge to do that. So the next thing comes in Surah Zariyat. This is a surah that has a number of verses. I'm going to quote only the last verses of that string of verses. You say, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. In their wealth. Whose wealth? Of course, the mu'mineen. In their wealth, there is a portion for the one who asks, the sa'il. And there is a portion for that who doesn't ask, a mahroom. A mahroom is one who is actually deprived, or he is too shy to come forward and back to the people because of his dignity and respect. So there, whenever we look at it, remember that Allah has given us the wealth, and it's not all ours. A portion belongs to the sa'il and belongs to the mahroom. Now, if we remember, I remember that back in Richmond, Virginia, there is a lady with 2 kids. The husband is not there, and she does catering from her home. And catering money, she makes every week maybe $50, $50, or whatever. She takes $5 and $10, and she has a glass jar. She puts it in there. So I thought she's saving it for the rainy day. So I asked her, are you saving it for the rainy day? She said, yeah, but you don't know what the rainy day is. She said, rainy days is the hereafter. The money I put it in there, haqqul lis-sa'il wal mahroom, this is the money for these sa'il and them, and I donate it at the end of the week. Allahu Akbar. She is desperate, doesn't have any support, but is still to take it out. And then if you remember the hadith of the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that he says that I see the fire, give sadaqah. It will make a barrier between you and the Jahannam. Give sadaqah even though it's half a date. Half a date is not a big thing. One Sahaba, companion of the Prophet, got up and he says, Ya Rasulullah, I don't even have a half a date. How do I get the ajr? How do I get the reward? The Prophet ﷺ said, Kullul ma'rufun sadaqah. Anything good you do, say, or prevent something bad is sadaqah. Now remember, we lose the opportunity of this sadaqah every day. Every time we go home, if we don't smile at our children, because smiling as a Muslim brother is a sadaqah as well, and you really don't smile on your wife, and you take everything for granted every day, say a few words. That doesn't cost any money. She's doing so much for you, now you got to say a few good words. And that, don't be stingy, because saying the good word, not only pleasing her, but you're getting a sadaqah. It's going to pile up for you. So we have one thing that Rasul asked the companion of the Prophet and said, do you know who is the person who is a bankrupt? The Sahaba said, yeah, we know that. Somebody who doesn't have anything, no money, no furniture, no house, nothing, he's bankrupt. So Rasul said, on the day of judgment, a man will come loaded with hasana, good deeds, a lot of prayer, fasting, zakat, hajj, everything. And then people were wondering, he's going to go straight to the heaven now, because he's loaded with all of the good things. But you know what the Prophet ﷺ said? there will be people who will come and ask Allah that this person did this thing to me, and I want, this thing to be settled. So the good deed from this loaded person will be taken away and you give it to the other one. So much so the people keep coming and you give in until you got nothing left. So there are more people are demanding. So why you take the bad deed from the guy and give it to this guy? He is the one, what the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he is the bankrupt. So you don't want to be bankrupt, because when you do something to Allah and make a mistake, you make a tawbah, He forgive you. But if you have done something wrong to someone, that Allah is not going to forgive it, because you have owed that to that. So you have muamalat between each other. So you want to make sure you straighten up your muamalat in this dunya rather than leave it for the hereafter. The topic of giving, even if I have it in sadaqah, bring to me another thing which is very important. And that is, in our life, we work hard and we spend on our needs. But when the time comes, and we don't know when the time comes, when the time comes, we have to leave this world. Okay? Now, there is a last opportunity for everyone to give the sadaqah. So how you do it? You write a wasiyah. You are allowed up to 1/3 of the wasiyah, maximum, to give for your akhirah. And you give it to this masjid, you give it to the Islamic school, you give the national organization who is fighting for our right and defense of Islam. You give it to them, and it will continue as long as this thing is in benefiting him in the hereafter. Because a person who dies, he's not going to take any money to his grave. Therefore, it's better to give something. Otherwise, all the money was going to go to his relative, and you don't know what kind of relative they will have. They will have a good time. They will enjoy all this money that you accumulated by working hard. So what I'm going to remind you that tonight, after Maghrib, I'm going to give a talk about 6 different ways, if you write a wasiyah, you can benefit in dunya and hereafter both. I hope you will come until the end. وأقول قولي هذا واستغفره لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. إن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الأمين أما بعد فيا معشر المسلمين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد بعدد من صلى وسلم اللهم صل على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى سائر الصحابة والتابعين وعلى عبادك الصالحين اللهم أيد الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم نصر محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وجعلنا منهم والخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور الإيمان اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء والأموات عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأولى وأعز وأجل وأتم وأهم وأكبر وقم الصلاة. I would like Imam Musa to lead the prayer. You can do it. Okay. Okay.
Sheikh Musa.
Is he here? Jazakallah. Thank you.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
استووا اعتدلوا ساووا المناكب والأقدام. Straighten your line shoulder to shoulder, and please mute your cell phones. Allahu Akbar. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله ومن يفعل ذلك فأولئك هم الخاسرون. وأنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين ولن يؤخر الله نفسا إذا جاء أجلها والله خبير بما تعملون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum. Here are your Friday announcements. First, for the youth announcements. This week, the youth meetings are for high school students only. That is after the second Jumu'ah. Registrations for youth conference and all youth programs can be found on the ICGC website under ICGC Youth Activities. The Fall Soccer Festival will be on October 6th from 2 to 4 p.m. For more details on that, please check our newsletter or website. Muslim author Victor Beg, who was here last night, will be in the foyer after Jummah today for those who would like to meet him. Tonight there will be a Islamic Wills seminar at 7:45 p.m. with Dr. Abdul Majid Khan, a national expert on Islamic wills within the context of the United States, in the Mirror Hall. Save the date for a community dinner and session with Imam Suhaib Webb will be Friday, October 11th. The free health fair will be held, inshallah, on Sunday, October 13th at 11 a.m. We thank you for your support and encourage you to make a donation on your way out. Jazakallah khair. Have a blessed Friday. Jummah Barakah. Assalamu alaikum.